Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks.
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a short little knife review / knife overview to share with you guys. This is the new Civivi Merit. This is a very, very simple pocket knife, just recently came out, and Civivi did a good job with it. It's about 50 bucks, might actually be a little bit less depending on when you're watching it, but very, very simple and straightforward. Just doesn't really require much of an in-depth review, but I know that some people are going to want to see it, so I want to present it to you guys today. Thanks so much to Civivi for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I will link this knife down in the description. Spoiler alert, I'm going to recommend it. It's a good knife, but I think this knife is going to do better in the hands of somebody who's more of a beginner to the knife world or just kind of looking for that first good pocket knife. If you're here to find out if I will recommend it in that sort of role, the answer is definitely yes. This is a great first pocket knife for pretty much anybody. It is super duper friendly, and it also has a good combination of materials. So, but let's go ahead and do what we usually do. The overall length of the Merit is coming in at about 7.65 inches. Blade length is coming in at about 3.35. Cutting edge is about 3 1/8. How about some size comparisons? Any custom scales you find in this section can be found down in the description under Original Goat and Others. Up against the 8010 and the 8020.5. Definitely closer to the size of 8020.5, but much more compact. Excuse me. How about up against the Spyderco PM2 and the Spyderco Para 3? Much closer to the size of the Para 3, but with a much longer cutting edge. And then finally up against the Benchmade Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue and the Hogue Deca. Very similar in overall length to the Hogue Deca. How's the action? It's exactly what you'd expect from a Civivi. They did a great job. Liner lock access is good. The flipper tab is good. A little bit pokey, right? Not bad though. And then you have thumb studs. They're a little small and a little bit pointy, but they do work. It's going to be super friendly even if you're brand new and you're like, how do these guys do all these fancy deployments? I got to do the wrist flick, right? You'll figure it out super fast with something like this. It's very, very easy. It's very simple, right? Even if you're not new to the knife world and you're just looking for a good beater, this will do it, and it'll be, second nature and just very, very organic. Nice work. Nothing to be concerned about with a knife like this. Let's go ahead and do carry profile thickness up against the Spyderco Para 3. It is actually on the thin side without feeling dainty or uncomfortable, which can be tricky to do with a knife of this size, so I do appreciate that. Length and height up against the PM2 and the Para 3, again, very lightweight, very compact, not going to be an issue for essentially anybody, even the guy who wears leather pants. This will probably be okay. Let's go ahead and do a hardware check. I'll get out my tools. As per usual, my tools are very inexpensive and very recommendable. You can find them right down in the section of my description that talks about the tools I use on this channel. So we are looking at a T8, maybe a T8 Plus, right? A little bit of extra room there. And then T8 for the body screws. The pocket clip has a couple of T6 screws, but really the same as every other Civivi. Very easy to take apart and put back together. As long as you have the right tools for the job, you should be good to go. Blade stock thickness. What are we looking at? Very thin, actually. The cutting edge on this is nice. The blade stock thickness on this is coming in at 76 thousandths. This is not a hard use tool. This is not a tool you should pry with or screw with or anything like that. But if you use it to cut, it'll be your best friend. Cut things that are not as hard as the blade. But yeah, it's very good at that for sure. Let's go ahead and weigh it. What are we looking at for materials? We're looking at G10 steel liners and 14C28N, which typically, when you're looking at a Civivi knife, will push the price up a bit. That's why I was so impressed that we're looking at a $50 knife. Yes, there are knives out there that cost a little less with 14C28N, but with Civivi's factory edge and their cutting geometry, right, and their ability to execute, like, this is just a really good combination, and it sets the bar higher for people who are not familiar with, where you should start, which in my opinion, Civivi is a great place to start. So yeah, really good. But anyways, the weight on this guy, and we do have some milling for weight reduction on the inside. We are looking at 2.9 ounces, 3 ounces, which puts it at exactly the the line for what I consider to be ultra lightweight. It has very, very good blade to weight. It has a very, very good blade to weight ratio. And the balance, curiously, a bit back from the pivot. You're not going to notice as much because the whole object is just so lightweight. It's probably because of how thin the blade is and that the liners are full and not nested. Yeah, it would have been cool if they nested the liners, but it probably would have cost a little bit more. So anyways, this is unbelievably straightforward. I have reviewed a bajillion knives that are very similar, and many of those came from Civivi's own line. So if you're looking at this and you're thinking, it'd be nice if it was this or that, or a little bigger, or didn't have the thumb studs or what, just look at Civivi's line of knives. If you're new, you'll find something, right? I'll have them linked down there, or at least a retailer where you can search Civivi. So I would recommend you do that. Classic ergonomic lines. I do feel the clip. This is a clip I complain about a lot, despite the fact that it is admittedly better than the clip that is on the knife that I designed. I don't like admitting that, but I will. So maybe I should give this clip a break because truthfully it does work. The issue that I have with this clip is that it is very prone to snagging. Civivi loves this pocket clip. They put it on everything and they clearly are not going to change it. And I guess I don't really blame them. But it is a clip that can snag, and when it does, it will bend out and it won't be a good clip anymore, right? But if you can avoid snagging or walking too close to merry-go-rounds, then you should be okay. We have a little bit of peel ply texturing here, which does provide meaningful traction. We also have chamfering at the edges all the way around. Truthfully, a good and reasonably comfortable knife. There's a little bit of a choil, not a great one, right? I think more so this is just going to allow the knife to be easily sharpened, which is also really great for new people learning to strop or sharpen or whatever. This guy's going to be crazy friendly. Crazy friendly. And 14C28N is so easy to touch up. Unbelievable. It's just a great blade to start with for a number of reasons. Unbelievably fantastic when it comes to slicing. Stupidly thin behind the edge. Look at that factory edge from Civivi. Unreal. It's screaming sharp. So good. This is black and OD green, whatever. If they have a version of it that's not coated, I would recommend that. 14C28N is stainless, so it doesn't need the benefit of any type of coating. And typically, Civivi or Sencut or WE knives, all in that family, when anything that's coated in their line, it brings the HRC range down by 1. On 14C28N, I would want the HRC to be as high as possible because it's already a super tough steel, right? That doesn't mean, treat this thing like a sledgehammer. It's just a really good steel for a budget knife. Very straightforward. We've seen this blade a million times. It's got a nice tip to it. It does get very, very thin. The jimping is definitely functional. We should extend it a little bit further, but no big deal, right? Access to lock bar, a little bit bitey, but not bad. And the lock bar tension is so, it's appropriate for the blade, but it's not so strong that it's really going to bite into you. Let's see here. Left and righty positions for the pocket clip, so that's nice. Standoffs and a little lanyard bar back here, so that's also nice. The stop pin is located in it's attached to the blade. I didn't catch that at first. These are actually kind of garaged. You can see where they meet right here and touch on either side of the steel frame, so that's nice. No blade play, up, down, left to right. No lock stick, no double clutch, no pivot lash. Incredibly smooth and consistent in here. An impressive detent for this size of knife, appropriate for the thumb studs and flipper. Maybe slightly off to the left, but something that can be adjusted. And truthfully, most Civivis come centered anyway. I don't want to complain too much there. This is a good knife. It doesn't do anything new. It does nothing new at all. We've seen it a million times. What's special about it is its combination of an exceptionally thick blade with a really good choil right here, very friendly for sharpening and touching up, decent thumb studs, decent flipper tab, good classic profile, lightweight compact design, 3 ounces, geez, very, very friendly left or right-handed people, and specifically, not just the geometry, but the fact that the blade is 14C28N and it still comes in at only $50. It's good. It's not special, but it's very, very good. And very friendly for somebody who is a new knife person. This is like the ideal knife to give as a gift to somebody who probably could benefit from a pocket knife, but just doesn't really know where to start. This is one of those knives. Civivi has a bunch of them. But this one I was, for those reasons, particularly impressed with. But you don't need to go beating down doors. This isn't like they didn't reinvent the wheel with this. It's just really good. So it's going to go in my recommended knives playlist and my cheap knives I like playlist because I genuinely like it. So anyways, that's going to be it today. Short and sweet. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.